I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Hello, boxing fans. Welcome to Boxing to the World. So we know Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois are fighting for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world in July 19, 2025 at the Wembley Stadium. And we also know that this is not the first time these two boxers are going to meet. They have had a fair share of facing each other somewhere in August 2023 in Poland. And Oleksandr Usyk became a winner. He knocked out Daniel Dubois in the 7th round. And that fight came out with a lot of controversy around the low blow that Oleksandr Usyk suffered at the hands of Daniel Dubois, and that was disputed, where Daniel Dubois felt like it was a legitimate blow, and the referee favored Oleksandr Usyk by allowing him to go the full 5 minutes stoppage for him to recover. So that being pushed aside, they are not back again, and this is actually going to be a decider, and this has all the 4 belts on the line. I would say the belt that Dubois is holding now, which is the IBF, actually was relinquished by Oleksandr Usyk, and funny enough, they have come back now and they will have to fight for it again. Oleksandr Usyk will have to fight for it again. So now, for me, during the makeup of this fight, the promotion and all that, a lot of people are driving the confidence from Daniel Dubois having knocked out Anthony Joshua as being a yardstick for him to be able to defeat Oleksandr Usyk. Yeah, much as it may seem like something which is easy to be done, I don't think it's an easy task, because Oleksandr Usyk is a different type of fighter. He's not a fighter that takes things lightly like Anthony Joshua did. Because if you look at the fight that Daniel Dubois had with Anthony Joshua, actually Anthony Joshua boxed that day like an amateur. So it was, in my opinion, I don't think it was the genius of Daniel Dubois that made the fight, but it was rather the way Anthony Joshua fought that made the fight terrible for him, and in so doing making. So now, this fight that they are going to fight, how do I see it fairly? I'm going to talk about the strength of each of these fighters. I'll talk about that of Daniel Dubois. I'll talk of that of Oleksandr Usyk. So in the case of Oleksandr Usyk, he has a very great movement. We all know about that. He's somebody who actually knows his craft. He knows how to engage. He's a long distance. Let me say, he's a long distance runner. Okay, he's somebody who can take you through all the 12 rounds without getting fatigued. So he's in for the long haul, and he has a lot of stamina, and his conditioning too is very great. So his punch resistance is top notch. So these are some of the things he's taking into this fight. He has a very good boxing IQ. He knows how to set up his fights or his punches. He knows when to go into range and when to come out of range. These are things you can't take away from Oleksandr Usyk. And he knows his ring generalship, and he's able to pick information from the early rounds, and depending on the information he picks, he knows the strategy to use to defeat his opponent. So in this fight, he could decide that, okay, looking at the way the fight is going, he wants to go the distance, or he wants to stop the fight at a point. Now, why am I saying this? You look at their first fight in the 5th round when the low blow came in. After that, you realize that he was applying extra pressure on Daniel Dubois. And so Daniel Dubois folded up because of the pressure, because the punch that he had, it was actually a jab to his face or to his jaw, and then he took the knee. right? And that could be because he was fatigued. And that fatigue came as a result of the consistent pressure from Oleksandr Usyk. From all angles, he was putting pressure on Daniel Dubois. And this is something Daniel Dubois could not take. So going into this fight, Oleksandr Usyk knows that if he's able to apply pressure and be on his feet and be mobile, it means that Daniel Dubois cannot catch him flash. Then he can let Daniel Dubois fold. And mind you, Oleksandr Usyk is not Anthony Joshua to take this fight lightly, especially looking at the way the promotion is going, the heated argument, and sometimes the questions Don Charles is bringing up about Oleksandr Usyk's religion and all that. This is something that, in my opinion, or I believe Oleksandr Usyk is going to use against them and is going to punish Daniel Dubois very severely this time around. That being said, on the side of Daniel Dubois, I think he has a puncher's chance, because in all departments of boxing, or the all components of this pugilist sports, he is nowhere near Oleksandr Usyk. The only side is his punch power. Okay, he's a puncher, but in terms of jab, in terms of movement, in terms of head movement, in terms of ring generalship, in terms of ring IQ, he's nowhere near Oleksandr Usyk. So he has a puncher's chance. So for him to win this fight, I think he has to come in very strong from the beginning, just like the way he started with Anthony Joshua, hoping that Oleksandr Usyk will make a mistake which he could counter on and hit him hard on the chin. And that could be a plus for him in this fight. So for me, basically, I don't see this fight going the way of Daniel Dubois, much as he's coming in as a very confident fighter. But he's going to meet a match in Oleksandr Usyk also being somebody who believes very much in himself. And that is how I see this fight. I see it going the way of Oleksandr Usyk, and I see it even coming as a knockout early on between the 5th and the 6th round in favor of Oleksandr Usyk. So this is how I see this fight going. I want to solicit for your views. How do you see this fight? Do you think it will go the way of Oleksandr Usyk, or it will go the way of Daniel Dubois? Let me have your comments in the comment section, and remember to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.